You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey everyone, welcome once again to Mastic Radio Control Submarine Base, where we're down, of course, at Individual Anemics Electric Model Boat Division, where today we're going to talk about the USS Shark SSN-591, the 1/48 scale DeBoer Skipjack, and she's undergoing a complete refit, and this is the first build lock. So today we'll be covering the electronics and the drive buildup for this refit. Quickly, for some 21 plus years, she operated off this former WTC 3.5 from D&E Miniatures. I cannot say enough about Dave's work. This boat and I have explored many a lake and have covered many nautical scale miles together, and cannot say enough about it. But all good things must come to an end, and it was time for a refit. Of ownership, she was originally owned by Jim Wheeler, who was, I was very fortunate enough, and he was kind enough to sell this boat to me at the second official sub regatta up in Groton in '94. And he said, "Hey Ed, I'm selling this because I'm moving to a smaller boat," and I jumped right on it because I had first seen this boat in an ad in Scale Ship Model Association newsletter or magazine that I was a member of before I was a member of the subcommittee. A little black and white ad from DeBoer, and I just saw it there. It was just a still photo of it gliding in the water with the prop just churning the water behind it, and I fell in love with it. It just looks so majestic sitting there. When I think of radio controlled submarine, I think of this boat. I had the Crick at the time, and I was building a Patrick Henry, but this was the model that called out to me. Then I saw Mike Dory run it in Sayreville in '91, and I just fell further in love with it. And the reason why I chose the Shark is the name. The Shark is the prototype. It's when I was in sub school, they brought us down to the Shark, and that was the first nuclear powered submarine I have ever stepped aboard, and we had a tour of that. And people who have served aboard the Shark will know what I mean when I use the term Hogan's Alley. So this boat has a lot of meaning to me, both in my time at sub school, and I just think a nice 1/48 scale skipjack there, just gliding through glassy water. There's nothing like it. The boat performs well, and I enjoy having it. It's lasted me for 20 years, and hopefully after this refit, I'm going to get another 20 years of service out of that. Like I said, it's longer than I've owned some cars. Hi folks, I'd like to go through the electronics that runs the Shark. Let's start with the receiver. It's a Corona CR8D 2.4 gigahertz 8-channel receiver, which you see installed right here. Below that, it's powered by and also operates the Hobby King 30 amp BEC speed controller, electronic speed controller, which is this. As you can see, this blue tubing here is on there, so it's actually water cooled. I tend to water cool all my submarines. Not many people, in fact I'm not sure who else does do it at this point. I do it because that's a very closed, very confined space, especially when a model's been sitting out in the sun during a show all day, and then it runs. Yes, it's cool in the water, but it's confined space with no airflow, and we know electronics likes to be kept cool, so that's why I water cool my speed controller. Also, you have I use Futaba S3003 series servos with EMS linear adapters, and they now run in linear mode. Over here is a brushless outrunner motor. It's a Quantum MT3510 brushless 630 kV motor that is also water cooled. The clamp, the motor mount, which I fabricated, not only acts as a mount to the gray structure, but also cools the motor as well. And that, of course, is hooked up here to the speed controller. Up here is a Hanson Nano electronic receiver switch version 2, which was available from Subdriver, but I think I bought out the last of them. They are available from Hanson Hobbies. Great little switch with a built-in fail-safe upon loss of signal. So I hit a switch on the transmitter, I'll blow the tank, or if I lose signal, the tank will blow. So again, we have the receiver, speed controller. This is the, in fact, rudder servo, the receiver switch for the ballast blow, and you see the motor. Again, this is the port side, this is forward, this is aft. I'm going to turn so you can see the aft section. This is the push rod for the rudder, push rod for the stern plane. Here's the motor coupling, and you saw how I made that shaft seal. This water cooling here is for the ESC. This here is for the motor. Come around to the starboard side. Okay, again, you see the motor. It's in the center line. It's really neat stuff, this brushless motors. Here's, again, is a servo Tub S2003 with a linear modification component from EMS. The same with the Fairwater. Here's an Engel SPC2 APC, automatic pitch control. Here's the RS10, which activates the electronic ballast control. Basically, it's a modified mic. Subworks modifies them so they only have full forward, full reverse, so I can operate a paddle style ballast pump, because this is using the skip style ballast system that was originally available in his albacore models. Okay, and here are the electrical connections. What we're looking at is the two connections that will go to the ballast pump. This is the connection, the ground return connection. That's important, the ground return connection from the solenoid that operates a ballast blow. And here is plus 12 volt in, which feeds the plus 12 volt rail, powers the model and the ESC. Looking forward, again, these connections: ballast pump, gas blow, positive, plus 12 in. This is the ground, or minus 12 volt out. This is the gland for obviously the coax cable, and this is just a vent tube that I keep sealed. So I like to be able to vent. And here, this mounting screw here is to hold the end cap on. Okay, very quickly, I want to just quickly discuss my my seals. This is nothing more than 1/8 inch ID silicone tubing, fuel tubing, you guys know of, with an 1/8 inch. Actually, it's a 3/16 O-ring over it just to keep compression. And the lining tubes are Delrin tubes that I put through the acrylic, and then I'm going to do another video on how I do that, and the same method will be used for the gland to seal the coax cable. But that's it, you know, pretty much so. What's going to happen is I'll remove this, slide it into the aft end here of the pressure hull. We'll come in here and then RTV the end, put the other cap, tighten it with the screw, RTV of course, and I'll have a sealed ballast tank and pressure hull all in one. And basically that's it. Again, things I want to point out, that it's water cooled, because I had scorched the inside of my old D&E Miniatures WTC 3.5. Difficult to see, but down here she bears a yellowing where I'd scorched it from the motor. Motor setup and programming. These are programmable speed controllers. You can do it from the stick, but it's very difficult. So I went out and I spent the whole $7 to purchase the programming card. And after I got it all together, I functionally tested it. Works perfect. I really like this. I'm beginning to standardize all my builds, and looks like she's going to run great. You'll only know once you stick the model in the water, but heck, you got to start somewhere. Ain't no water getting in there. Alright folks, quick summary of what we did. I showed you the internals to the watertight compartment, the electronics, servos, push rods, the Engel APC, along with the quantum motor that's involved with this. I showed you the water cooling, and with just quick assembly of the watertight compartment itself with the RTV and the seals on both ends. And this should hold up. It really is easy to access. Just a razor blade to peel away the RTV again, pull it apart, clean it off. Shouldn't have to do it more than once a year at the end of the season, like decommissioning a 1-to-1 scale boat at the end of a boating season. You do all your maintenance then, and then it's ready to go for the spring. So I shouldn't really have to, unless I see a great amount of water, have to access the running hardware during the season, as long as I keep up with lubrication of the seals externally every time I take her out to use it. So again, you know, always remember your 7 P's, which is prior proper planning, prevents piss poor performance. And as always, may your surfacings always outnumber your dives. Thanks and have a great day.